No, my family, my dad built a pool. My mom and dad had a pool contracted outside of Cleveland, Ohio, in the suburbs of Cleveland, Ohio, in 1969. And as they were putting the pool together, I was a 13-year-old kid, very excited about being able to swim soon, but it wasn't soon enough for me. So I was always asking these guys what they were doing and what they could do to make it go faster so I could go swimming in my new pool. So I was around pools at a young age, saw how pools were put together. I didn't know at the time, what rebar, why they did rebar, what the forms were for, the plumbing, that kind of thing, the equipment. But I remember it all going in, and I thought it was fascinating. It was sort of a big Lincoln log set that I got to watch these guys build in my backyard. Plus, I got the big pile of dirt to play on while they're building it, so it was win-win for us. Headed out there, and then after graduating from high school and going into service, I was going to school in Southern Ohio. During the summers, I started working at a pool company out in the outskirts of Cleveland and Chesterland, Ohio, called Water World, and they were a vinyl liner pool company. And I started out as the laborer and worked my way up to the mixing. We'd mix vermiculite, sand, and cement for the base of the vinyl liners, and eventually I was helping the plumber out, and I sort of worked my way through till they had a store too with pools. They didn't heat them, they were freezing, but at the end of the day we'd go jump in them and they were ice water in the Midwest. But they eventually gave me a key to open the store, and I went to a job. I had the key about a half an hour and it fell through a hole in my pocket and I lost it, and the owner didn't give me another key. So to continue on what we're talking about Carecraft, the other thing that I like about Carecraft is it's the pool business is sort of a close-knit family, and everybody almost knows what everybody else's business is doing, and that's how you figure out if you're being competitive by the bids you received or the bids you didn't receive. But with Carecraft, with buying things direct from manufacturer, distribution in the town, which is I still use distribution. If I need something, I'll run by and get them. But with Carecraft, if I go through Pool Corps, I get a rebate on that. But the majority of my buying, I buy the minimums where for Pentair maybe $20,000. I'll wait till I have 2 or 3 pools signed, get a package, get that. And what that does for me is everybody in Denver doesn't know what a quality construction's business is. I'm buying it directly from the manufacturer, and they don't know if I have 1 pool going or 8 pools going, because my guys aren't at the counter every week or on the way to the job every day, and the counter guys say, how many jobs you got, or they don't know how many skimmers I'm buying, because I'm buying skimmers in bulk. I have a warehouse with 35 skimmers that we keep as a minimum, so they're not buying 2 skimmers for 1 pool, and they know, oh, Quality Construction's got a pool going on because they just bought 2 skimmers. I like that about a Quality Construction, because it keeps my business, or Quality Construction's business, and nobody else knows what we're doing, how we're pursuing our business, what products we are buying. If I am buying something cutting edge, I'm not asking distribution to pick this up for me. It's going to be out in 3 months. I'm ordering it direct, and I'm getting it before distribution gets it. So I talked about before, when we got into this business, it was big pump, little pipe, and a couple suction pipes and a couple return pipes, one that teed off. And we've learned, for safety reasons and things like that, now it's big pipes, little pumps, and multiple inlets and multiple outlets, just so we keep it a safe environment. And by slowing down the velocity, we are also making an energy efficient environment. So safety and energy go hand in hand. So people consider safety primary. They don't want a pool because for whatever reason, but they don't want to also spend money on a pool. So by making a pool safer, we're making it more energy efficient. And some of the things we do to make it energy efficient are instead of the big 2 horsepower pump for when you figure the filter's at its dirtiest and you're still maintaining your pool, we use variable frequency or variable speed pumps. So we're down at equivalent of 5 or 6 100-watt light bulbs instead of running 35 100-watt light bulbs. And we can dial it up and down with different water features by using similar pumps, 1 pump or 2 pumps with actuated valves, that when you turn a button on for a waterfall off of the spa, now the pump will automatically ramp up. But the pump's not ramped up at 24/7. It's on for 2 hours while that waterfall's on, and then it goes back to this, I wouldn't call it sleep mode, but it's really a mode that keeps the chemicals chemically treated, so you've got nice circulation. The heat's maintained at whatever heat you need. So when you jump in, it's a very comfortable environment, but we're making it also a safe environment. A lot of the way through that, not only variable speed pumps, but we're not backwashing water through sand filters anymore. We use cartridge filters, so we're not wasting any water. We have high efficiency heaters that are from 78% to 95%. The high efficiency heaters we can put underground because you don't have to have the aluminum vent or the steel tin vent going straight up. We can vent this PVC and bring our combustion air. So now we just have a little combustion air on a doorway in for the electric motors, but we're pulling direct intake to the high efficiency heaters and direct exhaust away from the pool environment, away from the house environment, at the corner of the property, so you don't hear it, you don't smell it, you don't even know the heater's going. So it's, again, it's a safety, convenience, but it's also energy efficient. And people want energy efficient. It's like your car. People are buying cars that are more efficient. They want their pool to be more efficient, and that's why we're getting rid of incandescent lights in your house. That's the way everything's going. I'll say 2 years ago we had a lot of work that was scheduled out for the following year. So last year we really didn't feel a lot, although I know a lot of new calls didn't come in. We had a lot of large projects. We had a big YMCA that we continued to build out. We finished that last April, May, before Memorial Day. Definitely the new pools, especially the higher end residential pools, where the calls weren't made, or if they were made, the deals weren't done. We were getting a lot of, "You're the guy, as soon as I feel comfortable," or so there's a lot more bids out there where a lot of times you do a lot of bids and there, you follow up and they say, "No, we decided not to," or we're possibly going to do it next year, give us a call. But I got more and more, we're not sure, don't, keep our file and that kind of thing. And it just feels in the last 2 months of this year, 2011, it's June now, we've gotten a lot more, "You are the guy," and I am turning into the guy. We're getting some sign, more sign. We were able to stay busy, do what we needed to do. I would say, I have a great saying: you either complain when you're too busy, or you complain when you're not busy enough. You never know when it's just right not to complain. So there's been a lot of complaining that we weren't busy enough, and I'm looking forward to complaining when it's too busy again. And hopefully it looks like, toward the middle to end of summer, I'll be complaining and maybe too busy.